Hello and welcome to this afternoon's matchup between your Belen Jesuit Wolverines and Msgr Pace. I'm Carlos Agrera.
And I'm Enzo Valdez.
You know, Enzo is joining us today on a very special occasion. You know, it's an earlier game today, and unfortunately, Josh Sweeney, who normally announces with me, couldn't make it today. But we got a good guy to fill in for him. You know, if I had anybody replacing my co-host, I'd like it to be Enzo.
I'm really excited for this game. Coming in, Belen came off a really unfortunate loss to True North, and I really see this game. It's going to be a good one. I see it as a potential bounce back, but Msgr Pace has been doing good on their own right.
Yeah, I mean the Wolverines lost last night. It was a pretty tough loss. Wednesday night to True North, but it was really just two guys killing them, and the Wolverines really couldn't lock down on defense, try to stop those two guys. And on the offensive end, the Wolverines shot 4 for 25 from three, which isn't something you see every night from the Wolverines. So
at all.
I'll be honest, like I don't think that game was an accurate representation of what the Wolverines are capable of. And I think the Wolverines are definitely able to bounce back tonight. I think that 4 from 25 from three was definitely an anomaly. But it did showcase some Wolverine talent that we don't normally get to see. Alec Arnholt led the team in points with 13. And Nicholas Basunis had 6 off the bench. The Wolverines really needed him, having Tree, the 6'9" center, on the other team. And those 6 points, even though the Wolverines lost, were definitely big, and we're hoping to see more of him tonight.
Yeah, it's really good to see Nico Basunis on the court after an unfortunate injury from Nacho Faya.
We're going to pause momentarily for the prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance.
All right, let's get this show on the road.
You know, good prayer as usual by Father Willie. Father Willie always coming out with the bangers.
Of course.
But it's not too much like Wednesday night. You know, Wednesday night we had that roaring student section. Today all we got is Andres Larea
and a couple parents.
You know, no, parents always come and support. Of course, we got the Belen cheerleaders. And now we're going to start out the starting fives for both teams.
And, we don't necessarily need a big student section because the energy that our players bring off the bench, it's like there's a student section built in,
Starting for the Spartans is going to be number 1, Easton Galen, number 5, Justin Bridges, number 23, Jabari Dukes, number 3, Jordan Mosh, and number 2, Jacob Trenchfield. And for the Wolverines, we're going to see this, this classic starting 5 that we've seen since the injury for Nacho Faya, the shoulder injury. We've had EJ slide into the starting 5, going with a smaller lineup. And the Spartans not the biggest team. They got a couple of guys. Number 1 there, Easton. He's 6'4", and number 23 6'3", but nothing that really stands out. Like Tree against True North. And this team is definitely a lot more of a team effort team. They play basketball together, not so much like True North, who really just had 2 guys doing the bulk of their scoring. They have no guys averaging over 12 points per game. They got Jordan Mosh and Jabari Dukes, both averaging around 12 points per game each. So it's definitely going to be more of a team effort. And I feel like the Wolverines are structured a similar way. Obviously we have our star players, the guys that we have the ball in their hands the most, being right now I'll say Carlos Santana and Vincent Lima in the starting 5. But it's definitely an overall team effort, and Chachi's prepared to let anybody get hot and let anybody shoot on any given night.
Being a former player of Chachi, I know a lot of what he does, and he knows that all the players on this team can shoot the ball really well, and it's just a matter of who's hitting shots with him. If you're hitting shots, the ball's gonna be found to you.
I mean, we saw Chachi slide Julio Blandon and Anthony De La Portilla into the rotation last night, just to try out.
Simply because we needed shooters.
Yeah, just to try out a new look, see who was hot.
Our defense was great. We just needed to hit shots, something we couldn't do.
That was a missed shot there from Jordan Mosh. Gonna be Wolverines basketball. Lima's gonna take it down.
Hopefully this game is not like that True North game.
Wolverines just need to start out hot and with a bout of confidence. Really just got to leave that True North game behind them. Lima.
3 from Lima. Oh,
no good. That's number 2, Trenchfield with the ball. Trenchfield covered by Santana.
I can definitely tell that this is going to be a good game for Javi Vasor, because seeing from an early look of this team, they don't seem like the team that likes to run a lot like we do, so I know Javi's going to put in some good minutes today.
Javi's definitely going to get out and transition a lot, get those rebounds, and also do a little bit of leaking, try to get those easy transition buckets.
And I have a feeling that Coach Chachi would also put in Nico Masunis again this game, seeing as he's been playing great recently, averaging 5 points over the last 2 games.
They're going to call that a blocking foul. Jabari Dukes going to head to the line for 2 shots.
Cheerleaders doing their thing. Hopefully distract
Mr. Dukes. Mr.
Dukes.
First one is good from the 6'3" senior.
Jabari Dukes.
Yep, that's his name. We've established that, Enzo.
And a missed free throw from
1
Mr.
for 2
Dukes.
from the line. Up the court, Valdez with the ball, swinging it. Trying to get Valdez wrap around here, get an open shot here.
Open. Kick out to Mikey.
Way to flash there defensively by Mosh. Santana with it. Down low to Lima. Back out Mikey.
Oh.
Mikey takes it in down low. Javi establishing himself in the
Carlos
post. Carlos
3.
Santana.
Oof.
No good. Board Javi Vasor. That's what he's there for.
Found 2 great looks.
We just got to keep shooting them.
Can't be gun shy.
Santana with it to Lima. Wolverines spreading the
EJ.
rock.
Good pump fake.
Lima spinning to
15
EJ in the
seconds
corner.
on the
Santana. Under 10 seconds left on the shot
Maybe
clock.
they get up a
Santana in
shot
the
soon.
corner. Lima. Mikey.
There it is,
Mikey for
Mikey.
3. No good.
Another offensive
Another
rebound.
rebound.
And Lima.
Lima smokes a layup. Lima almost got the steal there. Going to be tipped out of bounds. And that's like that grittiness and that hustle and the speed of the Wolverine team. We saw really the only player that was crashing on that board there was Dukes as the ball, rolled out to the perimeter. All the Wolverine players were able to attack on it.
A lot of people would say.
Stolen by Carlos Santana.
And it's
but it's stolen right back.
And
The easy
Easy 2
Euro
points.
step way for Gelen.
you know, a lot of people would say after seeing that missed layup from Lima, no smoking in the gym.
Yep. That's what they say, you know, they're at Blacktop basketball.
Good ball movement from the Wolverines.
Vasseur
Javi's
out to
gonna kick it out
Santana.
Carlos.
EJ,
Shot from
3-point.
EJ,
No good.
just off.
Wolverines cannot buy a bucket right now.
And
Great
jump
way to
ball
pin
called.
down the player. And I mean, this first quarter is definitely not going off to too hot of a start. Wolverines only scored 5 points in the first quarter in the game against True North. Definitely hoping for a bigger burst from them right now. It's going to be Wolverines' ball after the force there from Santana. Santana to EJ. EJ for 3. Finally cashing one down is EJ Gross. Great shot there from the senior. EJ doing a little clap, let him know he's here. Wolverines are active. Mosh with the ball. Stolen
Good
by
steal by
Vincent
Lima.
Lima. Lima wraps around, gives it up to Santana. Had Lima there for a second. Needed to get that ball off quicker. Back out to EJ. EJ, Santana in the corner.
You know, seeing as EJ, like I said, has already hit one shot, they're definitely going to try to look for him on the next one. Because once someone gets in that rhythm, it's hard to get out of it.
Lima with the ball. Wolverines really cannot find a way out of this zone that the
Shot from
Titans,
Carlos.
Spartans are playing right
It's
now.
good.
Good 3-point shot.
Great shot.
Wolverines getting hot right now. That's what we need. Wolverines gonna instill a full court press here. Mosh with the ball. Mosh covered by EJ. Trenchfield with it. They're gonna call a foul there on EJ Gross. 2-on-2 crime. Alec Arnhold, who led the team in scoring last game with 13 points, gonna head to the scores table and gonna sub out Mikey Valdez. First guy off the bench for the Wolverines. Trenchfield with the ball. Trying to draw up a play here are the Spartans. Mosh with it. Mosh the screen there from Dukes. Dukes with the ball, covered by Javi.
Close out by Vasseur. Kick to the corner. Oh, and it's stolen.
Fumbling the ball. Lima gonna pick that one up. Great
pass to
pass
Alec.
in between the defenders.
Lay,
Alec Arnhold
and it's
gonna
a
have
foul.
2 chances at the line. And Enzo, just as you predicted, Nicholas Masinas makes his way to the score table for the substitution. Arnhold can have 2 shots here. First one's good.
And you know, this team, honestly, one of the better free throw shooting teams I've ever seen.
Javi Vasseur gonna take a seat for Nicholas Masinas. 2 for 2 from the line is Alec Arnhold. Dukes taking the ball down the court. Unorthodox for a big man. Up the court. Back to Trenchfield. Lima got a little bit greedy there going for that charge. Wanted to move the ball here quickly before they can get that zone established. That zone really hurting Wolverines. Lima going 1,000 miles per hour right now. Santana with the ball. Takes it in. Not sure what the call is, but it's going to be Spartans basketball.
Questionable call from the referee. I couldn't see anything.
They're going to
there.
call a push there on Santana. They're going to say he hooked the arm there on the drive. Santana going to take a seat there. Orlando Roche going to come into the game. Enzo taking some pictures now. You know, follow E-Money Flicks on Instagram. You know, all the Belen
E.Moneyflix.
E.Moneyflix
A
on
new
Instagram.
post should be coming soon as well. Just working on some stuff,
You know, all the Belen basketball content. Enzo, you know, just made a new video. Has a lot of great pictures with a lot of awesome themes.
Not just basketball, but other sports coming soon. Once I plan on going to soccer games, once baseball's in season,
Dukes spinning. No good.
Rebound, fighting for the rebound.
Fighting for the
Lima.
rebound is Gelen. Galen with 2 opportunities there.
And
Nico Masunis gonna
Nico
miss.
misses the layup.
Late call there by the refs. Gonna send Nicholas Masunis to the line for 2.
Unfortunate miss, you know. Personally, me, if I'm that height, I'm just dunking it, you know.
Hey, if you're up there, you might as well, man.
And Nicholas, I know, trust me, I've seen him. I know he could do that. That's not a bad request for him.
Al Madrigal with the and 1 mixtape shorts gonna sub into the game for Vincent Lima. And you know, Wolverines rocking the all gray jerseys for the first time at home this season. You know, new look for the Wolverines, and you know, I personally like it. Masuna's gonna knock the second one home.
You know, personally, out of all the jerseys that Belen has shown, I'm personally a big fan of the gold jerseys. Hopefully soon they'll bring them out for a home game. They should be bringing them out for senior night, but...
Stripped by Arnholt. Masunis gonna pick it up. Arnholt running. Roche in the corner, quick trigger. No good.
Rebound by Masunis.
Masunis
misses the putback.
Way to have an interior presence, but couldn't finish the putback lay.
You know, although he missed, it's always good to keep those
second chance opportunities what wins games. That could put a team over the edge. Dukes pummeling into the lane.
Ball called. Never mind.
Chachi upset about that one. I could hear him from up here.
Reaching foul called on Al Madrigal. Questionable call in my opinion. Appears he had 2 hands on the ball, but
Santana gonna come in for EJ.
I'm not the referee.
Look, that's why we're up here and they're down there.
I'm just a commentator,
photographer,
life liver.
And you know, student faculty basketball game choker. Galen with the ball.
We don't have to talk about that.
Enzo did miss the 3-pointer to tie the game in the student faculty game, basketball game today.
Personally, I was trying to get it to my teammate on their side. He'd been playing great all night. Had hit at least 4 3-pointers.
You know, you can't always make the unselfish play. Oh, and the great backdoor cut there from Bridges.
You know, I had to make the selfish play. I had to go for the shot myself. No one else was open, and unfortunately, it just rimmed out, you know?
Wolverines cannot allow backdoor cuts like that. A lot of miscommunication there on the defensive rotations. Cannot allow free points like that.
Roche, he's out.
Way to put Al. Al takes it back out. Roche.
Good shot by Orly. It's good.
Double coverage fade from the baseline. Pace gonna have 10 seconds left. The clock is running. 5, 4, 3. Dukes passes it. Didn't get a shot off.
Get the shot off.
Mosh trying to get a shot off there.
11-7 to end the first quarter. You know, honestly, I think the Wolverines, although missing a lot of good looks, we're playing good team basketball.
Yeah,
you know, we're moving the ball around plenty. We just have to worry about that shot clock. You know, that shot clock, as it has before, it's gone to us. You know, we've had a lot of opportunities where we've gotten some bad shots just because we couldn't.
Yeah, Chachi had spoken to me about, you know, the Wolverines' goal every game to get 20 assists, you know, to float right around 20 assists, and we're working hard towards that goal right now. Definitely a lot of good ball movement, but I like how Lima really wanted to push that ball in transition, because the Wolverines were really stagnant on offense, especially against that pace zone that was doing a great job of trapping the Wolverine players and really just not allowing us to get any quality shots off. You know, we were knocking them down because we're a talented team. You know, Santana and EJ had a pair of twin triples. But besides that, you know, the Wolverines playing a solid game defensively. A little bit of miscommunication that's led to some easy buckets for Pace, but nothing that can't be fixed with a little bit of, you know, quarter-to-quarter adjustments. Duke's going to inbound the ball here for Pace. And same lineup for both teams to start the second quarter. No substitutions so far for Pace, remaining with their original starting 5, while the Wolverines have definitely made quite a few adjustments.
You know, personally, being here at past games, seeing Belen play Pace in the past, I know that they rely heavy on their starters. And a lot of times when their bench gets in, it's not the best.
Yeah, so the Wolverines definitely just got to hold their own now when these starters are in, and then really just, you know, go for the throat when they get that bench unit in.
And that's if they get that bench unit in anytime soon. I'm sure all these players are well beyond tired of playing 8 minutes already, pure basketball, no breaks.
Trenchfield with it in the corner. Trenchfield taking it in.
Stripped by Al.
Stripped. He's
Oh,
going to
but they
pick
get it
up
back.
his own.
Kick out to the corner. Dukes.
Dukes.
Pump fake.
Back out.
Passes.
Trenchfield. Three-point shot, no good.
Rebound by
Nicholas Masunis.
Al kicking it to Alec. Al in the Al action, if you could say that. Carlos
Santana. Swings it to Orly. Orly.
You know, Orly, being a freshman on this team, has really proved that he deserves to be here. He's definitely one of the better players, one of the better scorers on this team. And it's
Masunis fighting for the rebound there, but picked up there by Mosh. Duke's going to take it down here, covered by Orly.
And let me just say about Masunis, he's made a great impact, not on this team, but just in basketball in general. He's started playing basketball freshman year, and, you know, being 6'4", he's gifted with a great height. He's great for high school basketball, and he's really proved that he deserves to be at the varsity level.
The three-point
Santana.
shot there. Bridges no good.
Rebound
Orly
by
with
Roche.
the board.
Oh,
Orly
it's
turns
stripped
it over,
away.
trying to get fancy on the dribble moves.
Kicks out to
Dukes.
Dukes. Good block
Rejected by Alec Arnholt.
Great block.
Alec Arnholt giving the finger wag there, like Dikembe Mutombo.
You know, this team, a lot of the times when you think most teams would go for blocks, the Wolverines really strive for charges instead. You know, it's a lot better to get a possession back than to smack the ball out of bounds and give the other team another possession. That's why they prioritize their offensive rebounds so much.
The good move there by Gelen. The 6'4" sophomore, gonna have two at the line here. You know, I have seen the Wolverines have very on and off games with these charges, and I feel like a lot of that is very dependent on the referees and how they call the game. Another thing I do feel is that sometimes the Wolverines get a little bit greedy on those charges, you know, maybe going for a charge in a scenario where it might be better just to play solid, straight-up defense. And especially teams that are very adaptive can get used to that and start making moves to go around the charge.
Now, Carlos, if I'm being honest, I'm going to have to disagree with you on that one. You know, personally, like, for me, seeing as the Wolverines take these charges, that's just, a lot of the times, they practice them so much that they know when to get them.
Santana raining down from three-point land.
With a deep three.
And the first substitution here for Pace, it's going to be number 4, Jamal Gibson Jr. coming into the game.
So, and the carry called by Mr. Dukes.
And, you know, Enzo, even though we disagree, you know, we can't always agree as people. You know, we all have our own perspectives, and, you know, that's all right.
Of course.
Arnold with the ball. Arnold covered by Trenchfield.
Kicks it to Carlos. Ooh, could have been another shot. Look to pass the ball. Orly to Carlos. Another one. And
Santana, another triple.
Great shot from Santana. He's currently
That's Santana's 3rd triple of the night. 9 points.
9 points
For Carlos Santana.
He's tied with the whole Msgr Pace team.
Dang, disrespectful.
Hopefully he can keep this flow going.
The drive and kick.
Questionable no call for a charge.
Three-pointer is no good there.
Great pass to Arnholt.
Arnholt had the open lane there.
Gives it up to Santana.
Santana down low to
Arnholt.
Arnholt taking it in. Back corner.
Orlando.
Roche. Quick triple. No good by Alec Arnholt. Misses the putback opportunity there. Mosh going to get the rebound and slow things down here for Pace.
You know, Orlando, seeing the way he plays, I know that he's not going to give up those easy triples. Even if he's 0 for 100, I know he's the one that's going to keep shooting because his confidence and the way he shoots the ball so quickly, and it's nearly a bucket every time. You know, he's just a great shooter, a great player in general.
Trenchfield with the ball. Trenchfield swinging it. Back to Gelen. Gellin down low, back out. Mosh with the 3. No good.
Offensive rebound.
Rebounded there by Trenchfield. Wolverines really got to stop giving up those second chance opportunities. Pace calls a timeout. You know, Wolverines looking solid here, definitely coming in stronger in this second quarter. Wolverines already with 6 points this second quarter, definitely off to a strong start and holding pace to only 2 points so far.
You know, Carlos, let me ask you something. You know, as we attend Belen, you know, it was rebound week this week.
Rebound week.
I want to get your opinion on rebound week. What do you think of it?
You know, I think rebound week was overall a success. You know, it gives the kids an opportunity. I mean, today was pajama day, so it gives us a chance to like lay back a little bit. You know, not wear those school uniforms, and I feel like it also gives the school just like a happier vibe in general.
And just those little things, like not having to wear our uniform, just to wear something a little different, just really changes the day, not just the day, but the week in general. Because this week felt great, you know. Being in my own comfy clothes.
The pep rally was definitely a big success. I mean, that was super fun. Even though the students came up short of the win, it was still super awesome. And this whole week was just full of like little events like that just made this week extra special. Santana swinging it to EJ.
Evan Torres in the game now. You know, Evan Torres currently committed to the University of Miami for cross country. But he's a great player on the basketball court as well.
I mean, he did miss a layup as you said that.
But
Santana almost had his 4th triple there.
You can't make them all, you know. It was a contested putback, you know, that's hard to get up.
The great move there by Mosh.
Yeah, Mosh, I could tell, is a very dominant player on this team. I could tell that he's the one that's getting a lot of the looks.
I mean, Mosh is the team's leading scorer, averaging 12.5 points per game. And with that, around 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal and a half. It's going to be Belen basketball. Not
just by the way he plays, by what he's wearing. You know, he's wearing his Kobe 4 Pro Tros, the Mambasitas, you know.
Okay, Enzo, spilling a little knowledge on us.
Only really good players or really rich players are the ones that wear Kobe's, and I could tell that he could be rich, but we don't know that, but he's definitely a good player.
EJ spinning here.
But what I did notice right now with Mosh is he seems to have a little bit of a attitude problem, or a little problem with the way he treats himself. You know, threw a simple turnover and got really down on himself, and that could really take your head out of the game, just little things like that. You should just, it's really...
Dukes all glass on that one. Definitely not a pretty shot.
And the steal by Mosh, Msgr is going to...
They're going to call a blocking foul there. Mosh going to head to the line and make a 3-point play.
Questionable call, if I'm being honest. I looked over, and I would say I have a better angle than the referees, and I did not see any contact. I just saw Javi Msgr fall.
Pace on a 6-0 run right now.
Let's hope he M-I-S-S-I-T misses.
I'll be honest, I can never understand them, Enzo.
M-I-S-S-I-T miss it.
Evan Torres.
Evan Torres kicks it out. Backdoor cut by Msgr.
Msgr spinning, losing the ball.
It's called on the ball, on the ground. On the floor.
Good job.
Reach-in foul. And Mosh getting angry, getting more fed up with how these refs are calling the game, and he's clearly disappointed.
Santana subs back into the game.
And Lima with the, ooh.
Great defense there by Dukes.
Lima looks over at the ref, smiling, wondering, how did you not call that? Personally, I would call that. It looked a little contacty to me, but you never know.
Trenchfield swings it over to Gibson. Back to Trenchfield. Trenchfield to Gellin. Gellin pumping, swinging, driving. And it looks like Gibson stepped on the line there. It's going to be Wolverines basketball.
You know, as I was talking about Mosh's shoes earlier, a lot of these players on the Pace team bring out a lot of classic shoes. We got Gellin with the Kyrie 5s and Mr. Dukes with the Kyrie 4s, you know, shoes that haven't been around in ages. And Javi Vasor misses the easy floater, and Lima misses the putback layup, you know.
A lot of missed putback lays for the Wolverines.
That's easy opportunities. Oh,
Dukes with the nice handles. Trenchfield,
you know, for
behind
being
the
such
back.
for being a big man, he definitely has good court vision, good handles. He definitely knows how to play like a guard.
It's going to be Wolverines basketball. The missed 3 on the side of Pace was number 5, Justin Bridges. Lima with the ball at the logo. Covered by Gellin.
And Belen is running a lift for Evan. Lima drives it in. And a carry is called. Definitely not something you'd expect from Vincent Lima, but I know that he's a great ball handler. And
Evan Torr is going to sub out the game for Alec Arnholt.
Alec Arnholt, Garland Jellin.
Trenchfield with the ball. Trenchfield trying to set something up. Not sure what's going on right now.
Appears that the ref is calling.
Some arguing here in the stands.
It appears the ref is getting Mr. Roca involved.
Mr. Roca gonna have to get involved, talking to a father here.
And Vincent Lima's father being ejected from the basketball game. That's really surprising.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you don't see that every day. I'll be honest. It's comes as a little bit of a surprise to me.
You don't see that very often. Definitely, that's really shocking.
And I honestly feel like that gave a little bit of power to the Belen parents, you know, and the Belen fans here, you know, gave them a little extra motivation.
Yeah, you know, no one wants to see a fellow parent being ejected from a game. That's, I haven't seen that happen in years.
Trenchfield, a contested three-pointer. No good.
And a question, wow.
Mikey Valdez cannot get the ball in time. Pace coach yelling at his players. Seemed a little bit upset there.
And Pace gets the ball back, unfortunately. They have an opportunity for the last shot as there's no shot clock, but they take a contested three-pointer, and it's no good, but Vasor grabs the rebound.
Not the smartest shot there by Bridges.
15 seconds left on the clock.
Mikey up to Lima. Lima taking
Lima
it
drives in. Easy layup and one.
Are they going to call the continuation, or are they going to leave it for on the ground?
On the floor.
On the
questionable
floor.
Call. Seems to me they're running Duke, also known as Carolina, also known as Miami.
Lots of names for this play. Mikey with it. 5 seconds left.
Hammer.
And tipped away.
Vasor grabs it.
Javi.
Oh,
no good.
It's just off the mark.
Great hands there by
Vasor
Duke.
seems really frustrated. But, you know, he's been playing a good game. 17-15 going into the half.
Wolverines definitely playing super solid right now. Came upon a little bit of a dry spell there at the end of the quarter. Wolverines didn't score for the last few minutes of that quarter. You know, Pace going on a 6-0 run. You know, not too much scoring for either one of those teams in the last couple of minutes there. Wolverines up to definitely a low scoring game right now. Both teams looking to pick it up in the second half. Enzo, what are you thinking right now?
I'm going to be completely honest with you, Carlos. I had completely zoned out.
Enzo had zoned out. Well, there you have it for our half.
Well, actually,
sorry. Hold on.
I was actually going to think of a question for you. Not really a question, more of a statement that Belen is definitely feeling the impact of not having Nacho Fire out there.
Oh yeah,
He
for
provides
sure.
a lot for this team, scoring, rebounding, passing. A great big man and a great guard as well.
Yeah, Nacho definitely able to play as that hub on offense for the Wolverines and just be the anchor there on defense. Well, that's going to be all for our halftime report, and we'll catch you all at Clem's Corner. Hello and welcome. We're back with another edition of Clem's Corner. You know, I'm Carlos Segura. This is the man right here,
Max Klemick.
Max Klemick. So, you know, Clem, just basic stuff. What are you thinking about the game right now? What are you seeing for the Wolverines?
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of what I saw in True North. Just maybe better defense, offense. Looking a little rough. I'm not gonna lie.
Lackluster
a little
out
lackluster. We gotta score some points. Put some points on the board.
And as far as what Chachi said, you know, in the locker room.
You know, just to have fun with it. Right now, we just look like we want to, you know, just go home, go to sleep, just wake up the next day. And
Yeah, I do feel like it's a little bit like the earlier time. You know, it's a 4:30 game.
Yeah,
we don't normally see this, and there's
We're
obviously
pretty
not too many
asleep.
fans.
Yeah.
This is a busy day at school too. You know, everyone's a little drawn aback from that student-teacher game, which obviously, you know, you were there, you saw it.
I was there.
Tell us about that last play. Tell us about Enzo's missed shot
Man,
there.
I thought that was gonna go in, and right now I can't really jump that high, but I would have jumped pretty high. Probably would have hurt a little bit, but man, if that went in, that would have been crazy.
Oh well, someone just fell.
Is everybody good? Oh.
She got Rosa Maria like a little wet there.
Ah, it's all right. Oh, yeah.
So
all right.
Clem, you know, we got a couple of questions for you here. So when was the first Nike basketball shoe created? Quick, come on, guess.
1985.
72, close.
72.
What year was the first basketball game in history?
1923.
1891.
1891.
And then what year did Belen basketball start in the U.S.?
1962.
1923. The Belen basketball was around in Cuba before the NBA was around. Isn't that crazy?
That's insane. I
Well,
can't even believe that.
Who is the leading scorer for Belen this year? Last question.
Oh, Nacho.
Nacho, correct.
I knew that.
Great job,
That's a
Clem. Thank you so much, you know, for this
Thank you,
edition.
buddy.
It's been a good one, man.
It's been a great
You know, make sure you make sure Enzo remembers that missed shot. Don't let him ever live it down.
He's never living that down.
Never living it down. All right, thank you so much, Clem.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
the rest of the game.
You too.
Lock in, kid. And we are back, a little bit delayed. Alec Arnholt with the ball here for the Wolverines. Santana for three. No good there.
It's off the mark.
Dukes with the ball. Up court to Mosh. Into the corner, Trenchfield back out to Mosh.
You know, Marsh back in this game. Clearly one of
Dukes
yeah.
running a little dribble handoff action there. Couldn't get anything to go. Dukes running the point here on this possession. Mosh double teamed. Not quite the blitz we were expecting, though. This time, Almighty guy with a hard closeout.
And you know,
Bridges, the shot at the buzzer. No good. Rebound, Alec
me
Arnholt.
personally, I really like how this lineup is looking right now. We have Carlos and Lima in the game, you know.
Off the foot of Nicholas Masunis.
And it's going to be a jump ball. You know, I personally like this lineup we have in the game. The young players from Alec and Nico, and three seniors, Al, Carlos, and Lima. You know, all great players. Al provides that intensity we need. Carlos and Lima and Alec, great shooters.
And the second 3 and 2 possessions from Bridges is good. Pace takes the lead.
Lima driving in.
Lima.
Santana.
Santana with the ball, covered by Mosh. To Arnholt. Arnholt, the closeout by Trenchfield. Arnholt switching directions. Trenchfield read him like a book there. Arnholt with the half spin,
And
gets in
the
front of his
floater
defender.
is no good. But
No
the
good.
offensive rebound, kick out to Madrigal.
Al, quick three. Oh, no good. That's going to be Gellin with the rebound. And Al Madiga comes in quick from behind. They're going to call a travel there. You know, that one doesn't show up on the stat sheet for Al Madrigal, but we saw it all here in person with the eye test. We saw Al Madrigal force that turnover. Great play there by the senior. Santana with the ball, taking it down on Gellin. Gellin stepping up on him. Santana with the defender on his hip.
You know, a surprisingly low-scoring game today from both ends. You know, seeing how both teams are great at putting the ball in the basket. It's just
Lima
speak of the devil.
leaves the
Vincent
net
Lima.
wet. Ref unwets the net.
The ref had to dry it up there. And, you know, beautiful picture of Vincent Lima on the scoreboard right there.
Wow, who took that picture, Enzo?
It wasn't me.
Oh, I thought you were doing a plug. I thought you.
But if you guys do want to plug e.moneyflix on Instagram, we actually, since saying that plug, we have gotten a new follower.
Hey now.
It was my grandma
Hey.
on her dog's Instagram account.
Lovely. Mosh with it.
Good
Shot clock
defense by the
winding
Wolverines.
down.
And that's a shot clock violation.
Shot clock violation. Great defense there. Great gritty defense, you know, grinding that possession out there for the Wolverines.
I'm sure these Wolverines love hitting the gritty.
Uncalled for, Enzo, uncalled for. Almadiga with the ball.
Gives it up to Lima. Lima driving in. One
Pull
dribble,
up.
pull up.
In
Bang!
the mouth of Mosh.
It's good. You know, Lima loves those pull-ups, and he's great at them. He is constantly hitting those every time. If it's within the three-point line with Lima, 9 times out of 10 it's going in. Even outside the three-point line.
Lima makes 9 out of 10 shots. That's what Enzo just said. Trenchfield
That is
spinning.
what I said.
The pass, Bridges. Another three-pointer for Bridges. 2 for 3.
And the Monsignor Pace parent section is getting lit.
they're
Lima
getting
drives
up
in.
there.
Alec
Half spin here, back to his
out to
defender.
Santana. Jab step.
Covered by Gallon. Dribble handoff here. Got his defender to save just
Easy
how he
floater.
wants him. No good.
Forward
Nicholas
by
Masunas
Masunas
making his presence
to Alec.
known.
To Al. My apologies.
Alec,
for
corner three.
It's good.
The net is once again wetted.
That net is soaking right now.
Trenchfield
And
with
you
it.
can say that for both ends of this court, you know. Oh, and the obvious travel.
They're going to call a travel there. Wolverines gaining a little steam here. They just got to stop Bridges on that offensive end with 2 threes this quarter.
But they need to find something for us. You know, Vincent Lima has been scoring greatly as of recently.
Arnholt
Sees here running stacks.
loses the
Oh,
ball
bro,
to
stripped by
Trenchfield.
Arnholt.
On
He
the
dives
floor,
for the
gets
ball.
it back.
And they call a foul. Questionable call again from the refs, you know.
Enzo, with the amount of times you claim questionable call, you know, got me thinking maybe you should try to become a ref.
I think I'd be a great referee, you know. And during the summer camp, actually, I made a lot of great calls in the Belen basketball summer camp. I actually didn't make a lot of great calls. I was a really bad referee. But
The next, Jason Goebel, you know, Miami's very own.
Miami's very own. His son does attend Belen, Jason Goebel Jr. Currently a sophomore on the JV basketball team. Great player. Mr. Dukes with the ball out to Mosh.
Mosh with it back down to Dukes, covered by Arnholt. They're going to call
You know, I guess you could say Mosh's underarms would be a mosh pit.
Didn't hit. I'll be honest, that one didn't hit. Hey, it's all right, man. You know, shoot or shoot.
Shoot or shoot, you know.
I mean, that's kind of the Wolverines' mentality in a lot of these games.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Ball poked by Vincent Lima, but they get it back. Quick 3, questionable shot. Decision from
Good pass there.
and
Lima,
Carlos Santana with an easy layup.
Lima stealing the
Taking
Alec
this-
Arnholt assist.
Taking the 6-point lead. That's Carlos. Oh, no charge called.
Trenchfield,
Masunas with the
with the
rebound.
board. Arnholt.
Al talking to the ref instead of getting back on offense. Chachi not liking that.
Al Madrigal going to be called for the technical foul here. Chachi really upset.
A technical foul called on it.
Looks like Al's going to be subbed out the game.
You never know. EJ could be coming in for someone else. But it's safe to assume that it's Al.
Chachi and Al having some words. Will Trenchfield be able to convert? The answer is no.
I think the refs are being a little sensitive today. You know, starting off with simply just ejecting a parent. You haven't seen that I haven't seen that in Belen history. And the 6 years I've been here, and coming to all these basketball games, I'm yet to see that.
It's definitely a rare.
Especially in some of the high intense games we've had this year and last year, and the year before that.
It's kind of weird coming from at 4:30 on a Friday against Pace. You know, it's no regional game against Norland. You know.
Of course, that's great game, by the way. Great game.
Dribble handoff there to Mosh. Santana checks his help. Dukes down low. Dukes double clutching like Kevin Durant.
Oh. Ball is grabbed by Santana. No foul.
Santana gets it out.
I'm sure I saw some
EJ.
contact there. Kick to Miss Eunice. Easy
Miss Eunice
layup
over the top of Mosh.
with the bucket. Hopefully soon we'll see some Miss Eunice dunks. You know,
Soon. Next year for sure.
For sure.
Trenchfield with the ball. In the corner, Mosh, sidestep. No good, Miss Eunice with the rebound. They're going to call a foul on Trenchfield.
Now, let me ask you something, Carlos. Do you think Trenchfield lives in a trench field?
You know what? I'm going to answer this one here with amazing confidence. I'm going to have to go with no. The surprising no, I know. Not a lot of people expected it. You know, with a name like that, if anyone's going to live here,
it's going to be him. EJ Gross dribbling the ball. You know, we've seen a great game from a lot of these players. Carlos Santana with 11 points. You know, he's really knows how to put the circle in the circle. EJ with the tough layup and one!
And one!
That was gross. Literally.
Literally.
Great take by EJ Gross. If he makes his free throw, they would take a double-digit lead.
EJ Gross with an opportunity for the old school three-point play.
And Mr. Ardania over here with the great claps, clapping up for the drama teacher.
Mr. Aranya, physics teacher at Belen, you know, great joy to be in that classroom. Me and Enzo actually have that class together.
It's a great class. Mr. Ardania is a great teacher. He does a lot of great things.
You know, kind of surprised he didn't play in the student.
And it appears to me that he was sniped in the faculty group chat.
Mr. Aranya,
the best of us.
Sniped confirmed. Bridges with it. Swinging the ball back to Bridges. Bridges 2 3-pointers this quarter.
You know, it seems to me that Mosh and Bridges are really the main ones on this team. They're the ones getting the ball. They're the ones getting the shots up.
I mean, Bridges didn't really start playing, didn't really start scoring until the second half. He didn't have any points prior to his 2 3-point shots.
Now, you say this, and already he's leading the team in points with 8. The same amount of points I had in the faculty versus students game.
Yeah, but I'll be honest, man. I'd rather have just 3 points that game. Those last
3 points were rough.
Last 3 points. Those are the most valuable.
Speaking of 3, Alec Arnhold subbed out for
wow.
Michael Valdez.
You know who else wears number 3? Mosh. And you know who else wears number 3? Dwayne Wade. And the Heat's new acquisition formerly wore 3, but now wears 22. Or no, wears 2.
22 is Jimmy Butler.
22 is Jimmy Butler.
Michael Valdez with the ball. Out to Santana.
Tay Rozier, did model his game after Dwayne Wade and is really happy about coming to Miami. Obviously not able to wear that number 3 that he was. Turnaround Jay there for Orly. No good. Rebound Dukes. But, Tay Rozier is definitely off to a slower start. But, I say give him 4 more games. Give him 6, just like James Harden, and then we'll be as good as the Clippers. Hopefully. 3-pointer, Mosh.
And it's
air ball.
Pure air. Out to Santana. Will he kick it out to EJ Gross? EJ Gross.
Rough pass, but EJ makes something out of it. Orly in the corner.
Boom!
Cash out. Cash out Orlando Roche.
Cash in, cash out by 21 Savage and Tyler the Creator, produced by Pharrell Williams. Great song.
Thank you. Thank you for that, Enzo.
Orlando Roche's, if you look over at the scoreboard over here with all the points, you see straight 5s. Orlando with 5, Lima with 5, EJ Gross with 5, and Alec Arnholt with 5.
You know, that just shows that the Wolverines are a team with a lot of good players. You know, this isn't a super
And a
top-heavy
blocking
team.
foul is
Blocking
called.
foul.
And EJ Gross is laughing at that, as I would too.
The parents are
And
upset.
the parents are letting the ref hear
Mr.
it.
Aranya stands up in a fit of rage.
Horrible call from the referees.
It's going to send number 4, Gibson, to the line for an opportunity for 2.
And these cheerleaders are just cheering their heart out, but it doesn't seem to work for that
Not
first free
cheering
throw.
hard enough.
Clearly not.
Second shot here for Gibson.
MISSIT miss it, and he
Dang.
still makes it. Pure net. 8 seconds left. Will we run hammer again?
Mikey
Oh no,
trying to
hammer.
take it himself here. EJ, handoff there to Santana.
Oh,
He got
just
it
off
off,
the
but it's
mark.
going to be no good. It's going to be Wolverines 34, Pace 26 to close out this third quarter, and we're going to head into the fourth quarter with, you know, a decently low-scoring game. You know, nothing that we haven't seen. Wolverines definitely a gritty, grinded-out team, not afraid of a little defense. Carlos Santana leading the team right now with 11, and as Enzo said, we got 4 players with 5 points. And as far as pace goes, you know, Bridges has 10 points, and even though we see Mosh as that second guy there, Mosh only has 4 points. You know, Trenchfield is leading the team with 5 there. Wolverines coming out with the same lineup. Nicholas Masunis starting the fourth quarter in the 8-point game.
And actually, for Carlos Santana, it's not the same lineup. You seem to have slipped up, buddy.
Enzo is more perceptive than me, it appears. Yes, Vincent Lima is going to check into this game for the Wolverines. You know, trying to give Santana a little bit of rest, you know, him being the hot hand tonight for the Wolverines.
And as you mentioned, I believe that the Msgr Pace Spartans have only made one substitution this game.
One substitution, bringing in Gibson, and yet to change it back.
Well, they are yet to. He's the only one to be subbed in, starting on the bench.
Yeah, Trenchfield going to be on the bench right now.
The other 7 players on the bench are yet to get any minutes, but they are just clapping their hearts out. Oh, and the bad pass by EJ Gross leads to the steal.
Got a little cute there on that one. It's going to be Gellin with the ball.
Charge is
They're
called.
going to call the charge. Everybody is
Finally.
relieved.
Great take from Nicholas Masunis. You know, like I said before, great player.
Great player. Solid guy. Definitely expecting a lot from him his senior year. But, you know, the Wolverines do have a strong front court going into senior year, you know, with 4, honestly, really great guys, being Jude Schlotzhauer, Nicholas Masunis, Max Klemick, who obviously part of Clem's corner is injured, and Javi Vasor.
You know, hopefully Mr. Klemick is able to come back, and not just come back, but come back better than ever. You know, before in the preseason and postseason of last year, he was a great player.
Yeah, we definitely expect great things from that man right here. You know, the second-year varsity player.
Shoot. They got to get a shot off Lima.
Oh, all backboard on that one.
Now, although the shot clock did go off, they still stopped the play instead of letting it play on, which I think is beneficial for the Wolverines because now they don't get a fast break opportunity. Although another questionable thing from the refs to do. You know, it seems to me that we got one of the sloppier sides of referees today for this game.
In the corner, pumping his Bridges, back out, Dukes.
And let me just say,
Dimash.
this RMF Classic that we have here at Belen features a lot of great and talented teams. You know, obviously we have Belen and Msgr Pace.
Taken away by Dukes.
Great steal by Dukes, you know. Although he doesn't look it, he seems to be a very athletic kid, you know. Ooh, and another steal by Roche.
Roche staying in those passing lanes. Great up the court pass. EJ half spin.
But
No look to Lima. Lima for three.
It's good.
Sorry to interrupt you, Enzo, but Vincent Lima had something to say.
So as I was saying, a lot of great teams in this RMF Classic. We have, of course, Pace and Belen, True North and Schoolhouse Prep, and I believe Slam Miami and there's one more team, I believe.
I'm sure we'll play them soon enough.
Archbishop McCarthy.
Archbishop McCarthy. There you go, Enzo.
We actually won't be playing them soon enough, as this is the unfortunate last game of the RMF Classic. Rebound
Nicholas
by
Masunis nearly ripped from behind.
Diving for
Nicholas
the ball.
Masunis hits the deck hard.
Ball cold. And the parents are letting the refs hear it for the delayed call. Michael Valdez taken out of the game, and Carlos Santana subbing in. Well, Alec Arnholt subbing in for Michael Valdez, and Carlos Santana coming in now for
And heading to the bench
Orlando Roach.
for Pace is going to be Bridges, the team's leading scorer, and Trenchfield going to come back in. Trenchfield with the ball. Covered by Santana. Trenchfield spinning around.
Being locked up, backdoor cut, that's not good.
Another and one opportunity for Mosh.
Mosh playing great basketball.
Mosh looks like he might be cramping up a little bit there.
Could he get the three-point play to drop? I guess we'll find out. And it appears the True North Titans are walking into the building looking ready for their game.
Timeout, Pace. Wolverines still up 8, same as they were going into this quarter. It's going to be just over 5 minutes left. Wolverines, got to continue doing the same as they've been doing so far this quarter. Wolverines definitely been super solid. A lot of great shots. Some hype up from the fans right now.
His father is getting this crowd hyped up. Always
Getting
great to
things
hear
going
at
in
the
here.
games.
And we got to make up for the lack of Vincent Lima's father, who, in my head, I imagine him just kind of like sulking sadly in his car right now, just kind of maybe listening to some.
I can't say I imagine the same thing.
Some Taylor Swift, maybe.
He could be on this broadcast as we speak.
He's probably watching right now, and if he is, what's up, man? Sorry you got ejected, but I mean, now at least it's a good story. It's a good story. You and Lima can laugh about it one day, I'm sure.
I'm sure they'll laugh about it today.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll laugh about it today.
Because that is funny.
Comical, some would say.
I just want to point out something comical as well. With Alec Arnold, EJ Gross, and Carlos Santana in the lineup, we currently have 1, 2, and 3.
Enzo can count, confirmed. Confirmed, Enzo can count. 1 with the ball, to 11, to 3, and then no look.
And will he get the 2 free throws down?
Dang, look at us using our math skills.
Now, I've always thought about how our single-digit players are all great. And a single-digit lineup wouldn't be bad.
What are you trying to say? Something about the double-digit players, man?
I don't know, no, at all. We have great double-digit players. Vincent Lima,
Evan, Julio,
Evan Torres, Javi Vasor,
Anthony.
Pretty much all the players on this team, besides 5 of them.
Yeah.
But number 1, Carlos Santana. Number 2, EJ Gross. Number 3, Alec Arnholt. Number 4, Michael Valdez. And number 5, Nacho Faya. That's a great 5, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, definitely super solid.
But I do love the 5 that we have in right now. Evan Torres, great player at the free throw line. And the ref telling Mosh to settle down. Both teams are just riled up right now.
Mosh with the harsh self-image. Definitely needs to
show
a little confidence out here. The kid's a great player, shows a lot of promise. 2 and 1s this night.
This day.
It's
not the night.
5:30, some people, I don't know, man.
The sun is still out.
Hey, not here to argue.
Sun's out, guns out. As Evan Torres has his guns out, hitting those 2 free throws. Those are First 2 points on the board. Oh, and it slips out of
turnover.
Mosh's hands.
Evan Torres picks
To
up the
EJ
ball in the
Gross.
backcourt.
To Alec Arnholt. Pump fake jab. Drives in. Passes it out, and the foul is called. Evan Torres with the one leg three.
Oh.
Air ball.
Thank gosh that didn't count.
Thank God the foul was called.
Alec Arnholt going to inbound under the basket. That's going to be Santana switching out there. Going to give it out to Evan Torres.
Passing
Evan
it out to
Torres back
Santana.
out to
EJ Gross sets
Arnholt.
the screen for Carlos Santana. Fadeaway three is
Hey!
good.
Carlos Santana.
Carlos Santana is on a roll as we speak. Hot drop, stop, drop, and roll.
Whoa.
And
they're
the
gonna call
carry is
that a
called.
carry.
The momentum is in Belen's favor. As I messed up saying stop, drop, and roll because
Stop, drop,
Carlos
and roll.
is on fire.
Not me. Carlos Santana.
Carlos Santana, not Carlos Msgr. He is definitely not on fire.
That would be very concerning.
He has not touched the basketball court in years.
That's not true. I played
That's
last
not true.
weekend. I played last weekend.
You know,
Evan
it's very-
Torres with the ball to Santana.
The layup. Oh, and it's blocked
Blocked
by
by
Mr. Dukes.
Enzo, what were we saying there moments ago?
Oh, nothing. That you are still, although we are not part of this Belen basketball team, unfortunately, you know, I would say that we're both great players.
Yeah, definitely. You know, both former Belen
Ooh, and the
players.
Alec with the, Santana with another three.
Santana
Bang!
cannot be stopped. Don't
He
do
is
it to
on
him, Carlos.
fire. 17
do it
points
to
for the
him.
boy. You know, he is really proving why he's arguably the best shooter on this squad.
Trenchfield with it to
He's made
Bridges in the corner. Back
He's
to
made a great
Trenchfield.
case for himself today.
Wolverines up 16. Bridges with it, wrapping around the back of Trenchfield. Dukes pummeling into the lane. And it's going to be no good. Evan Torres is going to bring the ball down the court here for the Wolverines.
Evan Torres gives up
Dribble handoff here, Santana.
to Vincent Lima. Another
Vincent
three.
Lima.
Oh,
No
it's just off the
good.
mark. But
And
Carlos
great
Santana
rebound
grabs the
by
rebound.
Santana. Santana
out to
down.
Lima.
Wide open layup.
Easy
Vincent Lima.
left-handed layup to take the 18-point lead.
The Santana to Lima connection there. Wolverines up 18 with just around 3.5
And a steal
minutes
by
and a
Mr.
steal by
Arnold.
Alec Arnholt. This Wolverines
Timeout
team is
called.
everywhere right now. Timeout Wolverines. Chachi with the timely call.
The momentum is all in Belen's favor right now.
If we were in Madden, if this is a Madden game, the momentum bar would be all the way onto the Wolverines side right now. That's how
You could say-
amazing
you could
this-
definitely
this,
say that,
this team is
Carlos.
playing right now. The turnovers from Pace and the allowed shots here, they gotta identify the hot hand.
Pace's team currently seems to be in shambles. They can't even properly huddle up for a timeout.
I mean, look at them. Just look at them. Looks of despair on their faces.
They don't seem to be very optimistic about this game. I see a lot of smiles on this bench coming from Brother Eric.
Brother Eric, even though Enzo did cook him in the student faculty basketball game, that guy's all smiles.
Great guy, you know.
Great
off the
guy,
court,
great guy.
we're great friends.
Love him, love that guy. EJ Gross.
Evan Torres with the ball, drives
Evan
in middle,
Torres on Dukes.
hop step, fade away.
Spinning.
It's good for the 20-point lead.
The off-center fadeaway there. Great shot there by Evan Torres, and the Wolverines going to press here full court. Mosh with the ball to Dukes.
Dukes really showing that unprecedented speed.
And stolen away. Tipped
Oh,
by Santana, and Evan Torres going to pick it up. Lima with the ball on Dukes.
Driving by
Speeds
Dukes
right by him.
to Evan Torres.
Evan Torres,
with the layup.
the inside
Oh.
hand lay, no good. That's going to be Bridges with the rebound
Running
up to
back on
Dukes.
defense. EJ on Mr. Dukes.
Dukes
goes for the charge,
back to
but does
Trenchfield.
not.
Trenchfield, the free throw line jumper.
It's off the
Off
mark.
the back iron, off.
Alec Arnholt kicks out to Vincent Lima for three.
Vincent Lima for
It's
3
good!
points. And the third time the net has been wet from that corner this game. Wolverines are absolutely on fire right
Dukes
now.
can't even
Nothing
get
can
himself
stop
past half
them.
court. And it seems that Marcinho Pace is finally making some changes. Just a little late. Going a 5-for-5 sub. Evan Torres with the free throw
Another
jumper. Good
shot. The Wolverines.
6 points for Evan Torres. He's playing great.
Oh my goodness gracious.
And an unprecedented run from the Wolverines.
Carlos Santana, 17 points. EJ Gross, 5. Alec Arnold, 5. Evan Torres, 6. Orlando Roche, 5. Masunis with 3. Vincent Lima with 13. An overall great performance from every team who has hit the hardwood for the Wolverines tonight. And
Every
pace.
player. You said every team.
Every player.
who hit
Hey,
the hardwood.
that's my bad, man. Every player.
It's all good. Nobody's perfect.
And a big group substitution here. It's going to be number 24, Jonathan Weiss. It's going to be number 0, Roland Fernandez. It's going to be number 11, Sanjay Thomas. It's going to be number 30, Frank Vega. And it's going to be number 14, Brian Black.
And you know, maybe these substitutes.
Don't just stop.
Never mind.
Stop
I cannot
what you're
continue what I
saying.
was going to say.
Stop what
And
you're
Anthony
saying.
De La Portilla and Julio Blandon are being checked into the game. You know,
EJ and Alec going to take a seat here for the Wolverines.
Anthony De La Portilla, he's been seeing a lot more playing time recently, also with the fall of Nacho Faya. But even before that, he was getting some pretty solid minutes in most games. Julio Blandon, I can't really say the same, but he is a phenomenal player as well.
Great shooter is Blandon.
Jinx.
Knock on wood. Blandon with the ball.
Blandon with the ball, with the shifts. Pass out to De La Portilla. Driving middle.
DLP driving in to Al.
To Julio.
In the corner. Julio
I'm sure
to
he's
Orly.
looking for a shot.
Orly
to Evan
down.
Torres.
The dump pass to Evan
And
Torres
it's
is good. Wolverines on a crazy run right now. Nearly up 30.
Oh, and the great defense from Evan Torres. Good defense
Julio
from Julio.
deflection.
And another deflection from
That's going to be the shot.
Frank Vega with
Deep,
the shot. And it's
deep
just off the mark.
midi there. One of the worst shots percentage-wise in the game.
And Julio.
Blandon for 3.
Oh, it's just
No
off the mark.
good. Under a minute left in this
You can see that
game
Belen
that
Bench
has
really wanted him to
turned
hit
into
that
a
shot.
blowout. Fernandez with it. Fernandez dribbling the ball around to Weiss.
Frank
Weiss
Vega
to
with the
Vega.
ball.
Weiss with the ball.
Oh, and the steal by Al Madrigal.
Up to Evan.
Oh, and it's saved. Never mind, it is not.
Yeah.
Anthony De La Portilla, bang with the
Cash
run.
out. It doesn't count, but Carlos Santana is still hyped for his teammate.
It's always good to see the ball get in the basket, whether the clock's running or not. But the lockdown defense from Evan Torres, they might be able to get another point in here.
Fernandez up the court.
And the
Stolen
head
by
top
Anthony.
steal
Up to
by
Orly.
Anthony.
Orly to Evan.
And it seems like they're going to just hold the ball for these last 20 seconds. And
Julio and Anthony unfortunately could not get any buckets up. But, you know, a great overall performance from the Wolverines. You know, a great team effort. Santana and Lima leading the way for the Wolverines just as they did a few nights ago and get slammed. You know, Wolverines overall solid team effort. A great run there at the end to give them the 27-point victory. You know, an overall great win for the Wolverines. Definitely happy with the outcome of that one.
This game will bring the Wolverines to an 11-10 record in the season.
And we got special guests here joining us, typically announcing the game. Josh, say hi to everybody.
I'm doing great. I hope you guys enjoyed the game. Just got back from practice, a little rough, but you know, I'm doing good now. At least got to watch the Wolverines win the game.
And you heard it there. It's a good thing when the Wolverines win. Everybody here knows it, everyone on the court knows it, and all of you at home know it. That's going to be all for today's broadcast. Thank you so much all for listening. I'm Carlos Agrera.
And I'm Enzo Valdez.
Signing out for now. Thank you.